I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Christiana Manpour, and I've been on the front lines and interviewing world leaders for more than 30 years.
And I'm Jamie Rubin, a former advisor to both Presidents Clinton and Biden.
We were married for 20 years.
And divorced for 7.
Now we've joined forces on The X-Files to make sense of how we ended up with no world order. Listen to Christiana Manpour Presents The X-Files on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. This is Later with Mo Kelly, yours truly, Tawala Sharp, filling in for Mo with a look at, let's start with some places where you actually can go and watch some fireworks. I know all week we've been talking about all the cancellations, and I've got some cancellations coming up for you. All right. But let's first talk about the celebratory nature of the 9th of July that's taking place on the 4th. In Los Angeles County, Marina Del Rey, they are having their annual show scheduled tomorrow at 9 p.m. In Gardena at Rowley Park from 5 to 10. Food trucks, live music, kid activities, and a fireworks show beginning at 9. In Eagle Rock, there will be community events with live music and a fireworks show at 8:45. In Woodland Hills at Warner Center Park, Bob Bloomfield's firework extravaganza. That begins at dusk with an annual display, live vendors, live music, all of that. Porter Ranch over at Shepherd's Church, there will actually be a July spectacular that will take place at their Rinaldi Street location. Dodger Stadium, of course, they will have their post-game fireworks special tomorrow. And the Hollywood Bowl, yes, you know the Hollywood Bowl is no stranger to getting down with a massive fireworks spectacular. And tomorrow's no different. 7:30 p.m. Earth, Wind, and Fire will be headlining 3 nights of concerts capped with fireworks happening appropriately on July 2nd is when the first one happened, tonight and tomorrow on the 4th. All these shows start at 7:30. And Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I did not know that this was such a happening place until my son went there for a concert and just talked about how fantastic the concert was. I know people go here and they do movies and all types of events happening where people are partying amongst the dead, because it is an actual cemetery. It's not just called the Hollywood Cemetery. It's a cemetery, and people are partying with, famous dead people. That's who's in the ground there. Well, they are showing Top Gun plus fireworks. So you're getting Top Gun, racing to the danger zone, and you're getting fireworks.
And the dead.
I'm sure. To be honest, it's not my thing. It's not my thing. Even though, okay, all right, quick detour. Back in the day, living in Altadena, the street that we lived on was like kind of cut right out of a cemetery, right? So the cemetery right up there on Fair Oaks, Woodlawn? And every Halloween, it's always foggy in Altadena for some reason or other, we used to go and hop the wall and run around in the cemetery. and, try to scare each other and, see who gets scared. And it was always like last one out was like, you're a G. That was the prize. You're just like, you're the man. You're the last one out.
Yeah, we did a little bit of that too. And one of my friends locked me in a tomb.
I understand a lot about you now. That says a whole lot about your psyche.
That sounds like you had some trauma behind it.
There's a lot of trauma.
Well, we turn our trauma into art. I used it for a story for DC a few years ago.
There you go.
Cool.
Locked in a tomb.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. There you go. Tomb Raider Mark. In the South Bay, Redondo Beach, Seaside Lagoon, they're having their shindig from 2 to 9 p.m. Live music, food, and fireworks over King Harbor at 9 p.m. Tickets are required to that one. A lot of these are free. A lot of these have been mentioned. You just go out there and check them out. Torrance at the Civic Center. Gates will open at 4 p.m. with music and fireworks at 9. All that's free with the ticket. Sure. I think that ticket implies that maybe it's not free, or maybe just go there and give me a ticket so then they can verify that you're there. I don't know.
Demand entry.
Just demand entry, yes. El Segundo at the Recreation Park. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Family, games, live music, and fireworks. But at 9, right now it's 8 o'clock. Is it going to get that much darker? I don't know. It's 9 o'clock. It's kind of early for fireworks. But hey, this is what they want to do. In Long Beach, Big Bang on the Bay. Block party and fireworks happening from 5 to 8:30 p.m. No, never mind. Scratch that one. That one's happening right now.
What's it called?
It's a Big Bang on the Bay.
Is this one of these Diddy freak-offs?
It does kind of sound a little freaky, huh?
Yeah.
It's a Big Bang on the Bay. That's a little freaky. But you may look, if you are over in the area, you got like 30 minutes to get over there because there's going to be a fireworks and flyover, barbecue, everything. It's happening right now. But just, it's going to 8:30 p.m. So don't go to that. All right. Scratch that one off the list. All right. But the waterfront, that is tomorrow. The waterfront fireworks, public viewing from at 9 p.m. Fireworks are visible from the Shoreline Village, Marina Green, and Lions Lighthouse. Nice. And of course, there's the Queen Mary 4th of July party. And this is a decades party where they're not just having fireworks and all types of food, but on every deck, they're representing a different decade. The swing era, the rolling 20s or whatever. It's just a bunch of eras. All right. And every era you're supposed to come dressed up and celebrate fireworks on all the decks.
So is there a deck with a bunch of Cosby sweaters for the 80s?
The 80s, that might be B-boy gear. I think maybe I'd show up in some Run DMC gear.
Okay.
I could, in a Adidas sweatsuit with my shell toe Adidas. I'll do that.
I think you should wear that to work anyway.
Look, it is fresh. It's very fresh.
Okay.
It is fresh. Harbor cruises. There's the Harbor Breeze cruise. Yep. Cruise around from the cruise starts at 7 and you'll be catching fireworks on that. Aquarium of the Pacific. Rooftop barbecue and fireworks. 12 to 2 p.m. That seems counterintuitive. Who in the hell is having fireworks from 12 to 2 p.m.?
That is suspicious.
That's very suspicious. Maybe you're just going for the barbecue, but why put fireworks if your event is tomorrow from 12 to 2? That's just, I don't even understand why they're advertising that.
Yeah, someone needs to look into this.
Just say, come through and have some barbecue. I don't know. Hotel Maya, they're having a poolside barbecue. And that's just a poolside barbecue. They just want you to come there and see. They're being honest. It's just barbecue from 11 to 3. All right. And Fairmont Breakers, Halo Rooftop Party, and DJ Cocktail, Skyline Fireworks View, all that good stuff. I've got more. I got a few more I want to share, and I'm going to save these to the other side of the breaks. I also want to talk about Pasadena and how they are joining this new revolution in fireworks shows. And I want to tell you all about that. So don't you go nowhere. Keep it right here.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created the Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You'll hear from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a six-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Christiana Manpour, and I've been on the front lines and interviewing world leaders for more than 30 years.
And I'm Jamie Rubin, a former advisor to both Presidents Clinton and Biden.
We were married for 20 years.
And divorced for 7.
Now we've joined forces on the X-Files to make sense of how we ended up with no world order. Listen to Christiana Manpour Presents The X-Files on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Here.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Twala Sharp in for Mo Kelly. Later with Mo. Mo was out getting the chateau all together and ready for this cavalcade of guests that will be coming in to his place to celebrate in the best ways possible. The Bake Off will be in full effect. We will be streaming the Bake Off live. No, I will not be entering this year. I did not have a kitchen in which to set my baking ablaze this year. So no, I have to sit back and just enjoy the food. I know Carnisha, our cast member and social media manager and chat manager, is bringing ooey gooey ooh wee wee cake, something from Nolans. And I just look forward to the festivities and really the sounds of what I call Beirut, because it sounds like just a war zone. And I'm not trying to make light of war zones, but it's actual ordnance that's going off out there. It does not sound like just firecrackers and whizzers and bangers. No, it is just actual bombs going off. These things are going off, and car alarms are just the entire block. Because you feel it when some of these things go off. It's just boom, and you're like, that was not a damn firecracker.
Pets love that, by the way.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do. All the ones who get lost and run away and end up at the shelters and are never picked up. They love it, Mark. They absolutely do. More on pet care in a minute. But first, let's look at some places that are having some more fireworks celebrations. In Orange County, Huntington Beach, the Surf City celebration is going down. 5K run at 7 a.m., a parade at 10 a.m., live music, beach festival, and fireworks at 9. Irvine at the Great Park, family festival, 4 to 9:30 p.m., games, food, and a drone, plus fireworks finale. Ooh, I like that. I like the sound of that. In Fullerton, the firework festival is happening from 5 to 9:30 p.m., held at Fullerton Union High School Stadium. San Juan Capistrano at Sports Park. There's a carnival and fireworks. Nice. They'll have rides, live music, firework finale. Costa Mesa at the OC Fair and Event Center. There is the Community Festival that is happening from 5 to 11 p.m. Gates open at 4. Fireworks at 9:30. Anaheim Hills, full day celebration. Just full day, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Firecracker run, dog show. So you're bringing dogs out to this? Okay, I'm sorry. Firework run, dog show, parade, festival, and fireworks. Dog show.
Why you gotta do that to the dogs?
I don't know.
It's fireworks, man.
Let the dogs be in a. Why are the dogs? Anaheim Hills, you all are tripping. bring your dogs out for this. And you have the dogs after the firecracker run. So first you scare the holy bejesus out of them, and then you make them parade around.
You're asking for some dog PTSD.
Man, I would rethink that one, Anaheim Hills. I don't know. Newport Beach, yep, there is a firework cruise that is happening. And Santa Ana at Centennial Park, there is, of course, more firework festivities. But the thing that I really wanted to talk about, the thing that I think I'm probably most excited, even though I'm not going, is what they're doing at the Rose Bowl. Now, being from Pasadena, the Rose Bowl fireworks spectacular is almost second to none. I mean, this event that they used to do at the Rose Bowl, it was absolutely just stunning. Just a nonstop barrage of some of the most beautiful firework art that you've ever seen. I mean, this thing could rival Disneyland. It was just that amazing. Really, really, really. Now, growing up as a kid, we didn't always have tickets to go, but back in the day, the fireworks would shoot all the way up in the air above the bowl, and you could at least see like the finale, and you could go and just find a spot and park along, the hills and just sit and watch the fireworks. Even sometimes on a really clear night, we could get on my neighbor who lived across the street. We could get on his roof and just see straight down to the Rose Bowl, just no blockage in our view. Then the Rose Bowl started saying, wait a minute, bunch of freeloaders are watching our show. Even got people tailgating in the parking lot. They don't want to pay to get in. So then they started trying to lower the fireworks so that they're only in the bowl. That was whack.
Well, next you'll have people expecting health care. You can't just let them look at your fireworks for nothing.
I mean, why take care of the people? Why, Mark?
I got to tell you, though, like a patriotic American, I'm pleased to watch things blowing up. But nothing makes me feel more like one of the chimps from 2001: A Space Odyssey than looking up at fireworks on the 4th of July going, look at that.
Yes. Especially when they really do something spectacular. Oh, Mark, how I wish you could come tomorrow. Oh, how I wish. Oh, how I will miss you.
Well, I'll look on your Instagram page.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It'll be just like being there, except I won't get any of the fun food.
Yeah. That's true.
And I won't get to see you in your American flag Speedo or whatever you're wearing.
I will probably get a red, white, and blue shirt or something. Maybe I'll find a really cool Captain America shirt.
Yeah, see, now you're talking.
So that's what I typically do. I'll find a nice Captain America shirt.
Yeah, bring comics into the holiday. That makes them all better.
Hey, Cap punch Hitler. And that's how much more patriotic can you get?
You're damn right he did.
Knocked him the hell out. At the Pasadena, though, what they're doing now, though, they're moving away from fireworks altogether, and they're moving into doing a drone show. And I think that this is absolutely stunning. The first time I saw like a really, really cool drone show, and it was just on TV, it was when I was watching America's Got Talent one night. And they did this show in the air, and they did all these characters and all this movement, and it was just drones. And I was like, that was absolutely amazing.
Those are incredible, and it baffles me how they coordinate those with whatever AI they have.
It's sick. It's crazy, because then you go fast forward, Comic-Con last year, when they announced the Fantastic Four, and they did that insane drone show where in the end the drones formed a big four in the air, and then Galactus came up out of nowhere.
What?
And it was it was crazy. All with drones. It was a whole animated scene. And then they did all the characters. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy with drones.
You had me at Galactus.
Just think, dogs, cats, birds, all of your pets will not be freaking out. All of our soldiers who we say we care so much about, soldiers who are returning home with severe PTSD. We are here. We're just home of the brave. We care about our soldiers. We honor our soldiers. Yet we take them back to the horrors of war on the 4th. That's also crazy to me. That's just like, wow. Then we have idiots out here who are shooting their guns in the air. For some reason, they don't understand these bullets coming back down. That's beyond them to see. They're not shooting into the ground. They're shooting into the air. All right. And then there are people who are just the trauma of hearing fireworks. I know, she probably doesn't want me to put this out there, but my co-parent, she lost her father to gunfire. And when I first met her, I wanted to take her to the Rose Bowl. Like, oh, hey, babe, we're going to the Rose Bowl. I want to show you this. And she wouldn't. It took her a minute to tell me why she couldn't, because she didn't want to like relive it. But she was like, dude, like, I cannot be around fireworks. I've never in our life, I've never gotten her to come to Moe's, nothing. She's like, ooh, thanks for the invite, but no, she's not down with fireworks. So I think about people like that. So when I hear that the Rose Bowl is doing this drone show, that's something I really want to see. And I hope more cities, more states adopt drones and leave these fireworks just in the past, especially here in Southern California. We've got, the second largest fire in the history of California burning, just up the 101 right now. Altadena still has not recovered from a massive fire and it's really, really dry right now. I know you may think we got a little rain. We didn't. We didn't get enough rain to account for some idiot up in some hill or some park or somewhere where it's dry, lighting up some fireworks and setting something on fire. Not just blowing up your house or blowing your fingers off, burning down your community. These are the things that can happen right now with you playing with your fireworks. So yeah, drones. That's the way to go. Drone shows. I know we can't do anything about, Yahoo's in the hood, but whatever. They're going to do what they're going to do. But drones, man. Drones of the future. All right.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. This is Later with Mo Kelly. Tawala Sharp filling in for Mo. And Mark, I got a question for you. Do you know what has been going on this 4th of July week?
Can you give me a little more to go on there?
ICE raids.
Oh, yes, that. Yes.
ICE raids. It's gotten to the point where now LAPD is being overwhelmed with calls regarding kidnappings because got these individuals rolling up in unmarked cars with no real recognizable identity, masks on, just pulling up, grabbing women, grabbing kids, how do we know, right? That's the theory that's out there. That's because it's true. It's like, a bunch of guys roll up on you with masks on. You roll up on me with a bunch of masks on. I'm thinking to myself, this is a jack move.
Well, there have been reported some incidents of people who weren't with ICE trying to do stuff, passing themselves off in those kind of outfits.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you've got officers who won't identify themselves and don't have a traditional uniform, you're going to get that.
You're going to get that every single time. And this week, it has just been ICE all over the place. Pasadena, crazy raids happening, pulling people out of restaurants, pulling people off of construction sites, just leaving their bags behind, just grabbing them, walking into a restaurant right in the middle of taking an order, and carting them away, putting them in these vehicles and carting them away. So, yes, I understand. This is what this country voted for. This country definitely wanted this. You can't say that you didn't know that this was going to happen. You voted for Trump. This is what he promised, and he's doing it. And it's the law. My air quote fingers here. It's cruel. It's inhuman. And it should not be done. But no laws per se are being broken, except for the law of just the human conscience and what is decent and what is right. Right? I don't think I'm wrong on that. I think that that's a fair assessment. I mean, hell, today alone, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he just boxed just the other day. He got to he was the dude who fought Jake Paul.
Yep.
Like literally got Jake Paul into a certified boxing match. He made Jake Paul official. He literally, and he's a known boxer. He's been boxing forever out here. They came and scooped him up. Labeled him a drug mule or whatever. He's involved in this and that. It's like, okay, sure he is. They came and grabbed him. I mean, if you're coming up and grabbing known people, in the light of the day, yeah, I can understand. Okay, this is where I'm going with this. I can understand why so many events here in the Southland, so many events that if you're really being honest with yourself, the majority of the people that are attending these events are the people who are being persecuted and hunted down and grabbed in the dark of the night, having doors blown off and all that. These are the individuals, the families who would likely be going out to some of these events. And so if you're a city manager in, Cudahy or wherever, and you're thinking to yourself, hey, man, ICE is literally rolling around our neighborhoods now. Why then would you also have an event for your constituents to possibly get taken? Not to say that that's what ICE is doing. They may have the day off tomorrow. We don't know what these agents are doing. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they're doing. They could actually be firefighters or doctors or bankers for all we know. We have no idea who these people actually are, right? We don't know if they're actually officers. We can't identify any of them. So if I'm the manager of a city, I'm not then also going to have an event that targets people and puts people in danger. That's just a no. Right? Just a no. So I can understand why so many events are canceled, even though, I'm sure you'll be reaching out to me on Mo Kelly's Instagram at Mr. Mo Kelly, or maybe on Mo Kelly's, he has another one. I don't think he does. He doesn't do X anymore. He has another at Mr. Mo Kelly. I think it's Facebook. You'll probably hit me there, and tell me, my comments are un-American or not doing an event in light of all of this is un-American, even though, these events are getting iced out. It's not my fault. Okay. ICE is doing this. It's not me. I'm not out there shutting these events down. I'm just telling you what's happening. Right. So I'm just trying to put some context on it. Cause I think there's nothing wrong with seeing it in that way.
Well, if we can sum up what the main objection to this appears to be, it's that we were told ICE was going to go after the hardened criminals instead of just your neighbors who weren't doing anything.
Yeah. Going to actual work, trying to make a living, trying to make this place where we live better, right? But no, if they want to make it better, go on and do it the right way. Do you know how long it takes to get past the muck and mire of becoming a citizen? Maybe you don't. Maybe that's why you think it's just a snap of a finger. You just go down there on a Tuesday and you're a citizen on Wednesday. It doesn't work like that. There are people who have been waiting 10 years to get through this muck and mire. How about we have ICE go down there and start working in some of the booths and some of the lines and all that to help customer service and flow better?
Well, that's one of the other major complaints that I've seen people having, which is that the people who are going to court and trying to do things the right way are still getting busted and disappeared.
Yeah, there's that. There's also that. So this is just a bunch of unjust activity, which is why events like the 4th of July festivities in Boyle Heights, El Sereno, Lincoln Heights, and Northeast Los Angeles, sponsored by the Los Angeles City Council member, Yarrido, they have been postponed. These decisions have been made after the council member heard from neighborhood advocates and community leaders across the district, and a new date for the event is not available. Maybe they'll do it on the 9th.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they'll do it on the 9th. Hey, Isabel. All right. Council member, you might want to do it on the 9th. The city of Cudahy, of course, we've been talking about that one. They have postponed its Independence Day celebration that was set for today. And they said, nah, man, we're good. We're good on doing anything. The city of Bell Gardens announced on Instagram that the cancellation of 2 movie events scheduled for the 26th and the 10th that were part of their summer night series at Bell Gardens Veterans Park. They've been canceled. No, not having them coming out at night to get snatched up trying to watch a movie. The city of Huntington Park, they posted on Facebook that their Independence Day celebration planned for today would be canceled. It's unknown if they're going to reschedule, but Huntington Park, there's the 9th. Celebrate the 9th. A July 4th Freedom Walk was postponed in the city of Whittier. According to the city's Facebook post, a fireworks show will still be held later that day. Don't know who's going, but the Whittier's Mayor Joe Vantaneri is saying, yes, we still have to have the fireworks show. LA County Department of Parks and Recreations announced that the East LA Rockin' 4th of July celebration is postponed, and they are prioritizing the safety of residents visitors and staff following whose activity? ICE's activity. So there's that. So this is kind of the why. I've been seeing a lot of questions and comments when we've talked about these events being canceled. It's like, why are they canceling these events? It's un-American. And it's really because people are scared, man. People are they are scared. They're not going to work. There are farms in Ventura County where produce is just rotting on the vine. They're literally unable to go to work. They're scared. They do not want to get snatched up just trying to go and make a living. That's not what they want. And I get it. I already hear you. I already hear you reaching out at Mr. Mo Kelly on Instagram. Tawala, you filthy blank and blank and blank. How about you? I get it. Okay. Boo on me for telling you a bit of hard truth about why you're not going to be getting a fireworks show in Cudahy. All right. But it's not the city of Cudahy's fault for trying to protect its constituents and its people. All right. Facts are facts. All right. You want to be mad at someone? Maybe ICE will hold some fireworks shows in some parking lots. Maybe they'll hold a fireworks show at one of their detention centers, since they're not doing much else for anyone there. All right. It's KFI AM 640 Live.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created the Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You'll hear from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a six-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Christiana Manpour, and I've been on the front lines and interviewing world leaders for more than 30 years.
And I'm Jamie Rubin, a former advisor to both Presidents Clinton and Biden.
We were married for 20 years.
And divorced for 7.
Now we've joined forces on the X-Files to make sense of how we ended up with no world order. Listen to Christiana Manpour Presents the X-Files on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's KFI AM 640. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. This is Tawala Sharp filling in for Mo Kelly. All right.
You're
Calm
killing it.
down.
You're killing it. Good job.
All right. There, this is, my phone has started buzzing. I'm wondering if that's hate being sent my way.
I'll send you some cat videos. You'll be fine.
I appreciate it. Did you see the cat video I sent you a little while ago?
Yes,
dude. Yes, absolutely.
Do people know that we do this pretty much every day?
I don't know, but it's a real thing. It's not just for the show. It's like literally, I will be sitting there and I will see a cat video that will have me cracking up live. The one I sent you today, I was over there dying with this cat talking to this dog about sharing too much. And I'm like, oh my God, Mark's got to see this. Mark has got to see this. Because the reactions of the cats and the dog and what they do. Yeah.
I played that for the long-suffering one, and she cracked up too. And I should tell you, and I hate to admit this, she likes your voice probably better than mine, which is maybe going to cause some friction at home.
There's going to be no friction, Mark.
Time out. Y'all got cat videos going back and forth?
What, do you want to be in on this?
You want in on the cat videos?
I need to be in on this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. You're included and tagged moving forward, good sir.
Cat videos, dog videos, bring them in. I'm all about it.
Yes.
All right, then.
Yeah,
Careful what you ask for, though, because it's relentless.
Yeah, it's literally, it's a damn near a daily thing. It's like, because I'm constantly looking for more videos. It's like they bring me so much joy. There's something about just cats being cats and just the way they do what they do. Dogs and just their innocent doghood. I love it. I never could understand why people would do cruel things to animals, especially around 4th of July. Now, I grew up in a neighborhood where, I prayed cats didn't come into the neighborhood because, I have friends who would get fireworks and tie them around a cat just to watch it run and watch the fireworks, going off. And it's just so, I think that's where I really, really just started caring more and more about animals, just because, I just saw animal cruelty growing up. And I'm just like, you sick sons of.
I can't be responsible for what I would do if I saw a person do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, power drop them into the ground. This was a kid, it's older guys, they're like, watch this. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Stand here and watch this. It's like, okay. All right. I see there's going to be violence heading my way if I don't watch this act of animal cruelty. And really and truly, look, there is a link between animal cruelty and murder. I do know that.
That's allegedly how serial killers get their start, is by sadism toward animals.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I've literally no idea where we got here or how we got here. I was actually going to ask you, Mark, do you have any fond memories of 4th of July?
Well, we're talking about setting houses on fire with the boneheads who have illegal fireworks. My main memory that was burned into my brain is every 4th early in the day, my grandpa would be outside hosing off the roof of the house because he knew somebody was going to do something stupid. And then the neighbor, my best friend neighbor's dad was always the adult in the neighborhood who set off the fireworks in the middle of the street. Nobody else was allowed to touch him.
Nice. I love it. What about you, Sam?
Best memory I have of 4th of July, aside from all the fun kid memories going to catch fireworks and stuff like that, I was in San Diego about 22 years ago, and they, I lived in an apartment complex that overlooked the Bay Area of San Diego.
Yeah.
And they usually 4th of July have a huge fireworks show going on. And on that night, everything went off at the same time. All the fireworks went off. Like, it was supposed to be like a 15-20 minute long fireworks show, and it lasted about 30 seconds because all of the fireworks went off at once, and it was amazing watching it.
Awesome. That had to be absolutely incredible.
I mean, that was like you could see like the dawn's early light and bombs in the air. It was amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I know you have your son there with you. You ever do any stuff with him? You take him to see any fireworks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. With fireworks, definitely going to go tomorrow. Here in Burbank, there's a show over here at just on the hill one over here in Burbank.
Nice.
And one of my friends lives close by, so we're going over to his house and watch it from his backyard.
Nice. I love it. I love it. My daughter, while we were in break, my daughter just called me to find out what time I was going to come and pick her and her friend up because, this is the first time she's really like, ooh, I don't really have any plans, but you know what I really, really, really want to do? I want to go to Chateau Les Mots. That's what I want to do. So I'm like, okay, cool. Very interesting. Yes. She this time wants to go with me. While my son, who typically goes and had a ball last year. I mean, last year was like, him is when he kind of came and he was like 18, just hitting that age. And so he was kind of like hanging with Mo's sons and they just had a ball. They went out in the streets to see hood fireworks. And he was like, man, Daddy, I don't think I've ever had that much fun on 4th of July. Maybe it's just the 4th of July freedom. So I thought he was definitely going to go with us today because it's going to be a bunch of young people there this year. This year, Mo was like, we're being overrun by young people. They're all coming. They're all bringing a significant other. It's a bunch of young people. I know Tiffany Hobbs is coming. Her and her fiance are going, and they're bringing their kids. Everyone's bringing their kids. So yeah. So I was just talking to her, but yeah, for the longest, we've always gone to. At least I've taken them to some firework thing or something or another. I remember not last year. It was maybe a couple of years ago. We went out and we're standing on the street on Fair Oaks, and we were trying to see if we could see the Rose Bowl show. I think this was before they lowered it. And my kids are young, and to your point, Mark, all of a sudden the fireworks shows are going off, and neighborhood fireworks are going off, and we're standing out there on Fair Oaks looking at the fireworks in the distance, and all of a sudden coyote comes running up the street, and the kids are freaking out. They're like, what is that running at us? And it's a coyote running for its life. It's scared of it. It runs by us and looks at us like, what? It kind of like pauses and like stops next to us for a second, and then they go off again, and it just takes off, further up the hill.
Well, to all of that, traditionally coyotes are absolutely terrified of explosive Acme products.
Damn it, Mark. Oh, damn it.
I mean, it's in their DNA.
I love it.
And you especially don't want to break out the rocket skates.
Oh, Mark. Oh, damn. Yes. Oh, my God.
It's just cruel.
Oh, I should have brought...
Wait, and when they discover gravity, just shortly after they've stepped off a cliff...
Oh.
No bueno.
No bueno. Oh, my God. Oh, Mark. Oh, I don't know what you're doing right now. It's hilarious.
Just trying to give you a little backup here.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's for me. It's I've been looking forward to this day. If only for one reason, only because I know how much fun we're going to have at Moe's and what that celebration is going to be like. We will be doing some live something. There will be some live, be it on Instagram. I know we are supposed to be world premiering our TikTok channel, which is weird because Mo and I we don't tick or talk. That's not what we do. But we have young Carnisha with us, and she ticks and talks and all that. So I think she'll be launching or debuting, world premiering the TikTok. So you will be seeing some TikTok video courtesy of Later with Mo Kelly. So you will be able to see some things that are happening. Who else is coming through? I think Jackie Ray is coming through. Super producer Kayla will be there. I think Kiana from Gary and Shannon will be there. I know Fork reporter Neil Savager was going to come, but he's got family commitments, so he can't make it. But you know what? You never know who's going to make it. Hell, Mark Ronner may get off in time to come through and get a plate. Or, you know what, Mark? Or
I may just walk off the job and drop by.
No, and I didn't even think about this. Yeah. Because this year I'm trying to think, will I be going past here to go home? I might be coming past here. I might make my way past this area.
Don't tease me.
No, I have to think about it. I may be able to bring you a plate.
You're teasing me with food.
I know, I may. I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm just thinking because before, typically, I would be going to Altadena. There's no way I'm making a detour all the way here and then going to Altadena when I can just go straight to Altadena.
Yeah, but now you've put it out there, and it's officially a food tease.
It's a food tease?
I think you guys, Mo's getting enough juice. You should have a musical act tomorrow. What's going on with that?
Maybe he'll do some karaoke. He karaoke's.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in if he's doing that. I need to come by. If it's karaoke at an anywhere party, if that barbecue karaoke, it's on. I'll sing it to a drumstick. I don't care.
Oh, snap. Okay, now I gotta text him because that sounds like fire. That sounds like absolute fire. Okay, we may have to make that happen officially, Sam. And I may have to make this plate happen, Mark. It's KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Christiane Amanpour, and I've been on the front lines and interviewing world leaders for more than 30 years.
And I'm Jamie Rubin, a former advisor to both Presidents Clinton and Biden.
We were married for 20 years.
And divorced for 7.
Now we've joined forces on the X-Files to make sense of how we ended up with no world order. Listen to Christiane Amanpour Presents The X-Files on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.